but it is kind of important for Stan because you still have Rogue up top doing well. You still have G2 up top doing well. I'm excited to see how the series will go, and I want to know how Charlotte Phoenix will play NRG, a team that is far beyond their level.
That's really the big question, right? Big challenge here for Charlotte Phoenix. Obviously want to make sure they get the highest spring ranking possible, because remember, in the future, all after this spring regional 1, 2 and 3 go solely based on positioning in terms of auto qualifying spots in the spring split alone, not full world records, just the ones in this split. So having a good start, instrumental on success for the rest of the split, and I'm sure Charlotte Phoenix will love that. It's from the organization standpoint, picking up this local roster, and from the players. But right now they got Squishy putting the ball top right corner. NRG start the series off with a bang.
He was the MVP for me in that last winter regional. I mean, this dude is just built different. And again, Squishy starting to get hot early. A couple of demos to open up the game. But NRG, a team that will take multiple shots per game, and they will bump you off the line consistently. It comes down to how Charlotte Phoenix want to play it. But off the kickoff, you're looking to maintain possession. Another demo by Squishy, who plays it into the corner, and Beastabonium with a decent clear out. Now you got to recover on that blue line.
Oh, look at those infield passes. So Garrett to Justin really quickly. And NRG getting a lot of space here from Charlotte. Could be another goal. Delta gets the stop. Justin will play a 50 out. This will be Garrett coming up next. He'll be able to just drop that in front, but you got to be careful here because this is the pressure from NRG. This is a team that knows what that means and knows how to facilitate it. It's Charlotte struggling to get out of their own half, and that's going to be the big key factor for them. How do we move downfield? How do we get some goal scoring opportunities going against some of the best players in North America?
And they're going to pick you apart individually. Like, it gets so easy from Garrett. It's the simplest looks, the ability just to keep the ball alive. And I know it's a simple read off the sidewall, but Beastabonium has to meet that challenge. You have to meet the ball on the sidewall to take it away. Can't give NRG that kind of space.
Now up by 2, and here we go. Charlotte, this is where we need you to load in. A touch from Delta into the corner. And Garrett to Justin. Justin shot Beastabonium blocked out. And they're both sitting right on top of each other. But it's just that trust in teammates that lets them know, okay, I can drop this from Justin. He'll shove it in the net. That makes NRG just so scary to deal with.
How does the defense respond? They're getting stuck. Almost an own goal from Beastabonium. The clear there, but Justin with a backflip is still able to keep the ball up. Delta now going to keep it on the hood of his car, and Andy was circling in on the play, but the rotation starts to break down. Charlotte Phoenix desperately looking for some midfield control. It has not really been there for the start of this game, and Squishy's been taking the ball away and left up to Justin off the ceiling. Justin down, trying to extend, almost gets the second touch, but these little extra second and third touches, Dazarin, that extra opportunity is, again, how NRG will pick you apart. But you need to play a little bit better as a team on defense if you're Charlotte.
You talk about being picked apart. I'll point it out. This game is halfway over, and there are 0 shots on Charlotte's end. Meanwhile, does that count? Nope, that doesn't count either. NRG are sitting at 11. Looking for 12 right now off the back walls. Delta. But this is a huge problem for Charlotte if this is the tone set for the rest of the series. They have not been able to get out of their own half enough to even put a shot on target. This is disastrous. Beastabonium may be able to get the first. He does, and it's a save from Squishy. Delta follow up, but off the corner, and Justin will plop that over Andy. And Charlotte will have to go back to the drawing board with that clear.
You're going to have to look to keep that ball alive as well. The pressure time down the field has to be there. For NRG, I mean, you're just kind of playing with your food. It's like dolphins throwing around a penguin. You just got to keep it up. Andy with the clear in, and Delta trying to redirect, but gives it right back to Squishy. Ceiling pinch down. There's Garrett off target, but again, moving it into the corner. Justin has free real estate and roam to move. That's not an English sentence. Who cares? Beastabonium wrapping down to the ground and keeping this ball up. Let's see if he's able to have any possession, but at this moment, it gets taken away.
Ooh, Justin with the pre-jump there. Gets to the wall. Forces Andy to drop it for Squishy. Ball out in space. Andy has to wrap around it, and he does. But Garrett took his time for that challenge. And a minute left in game 1. It's been very quiet for the boys in blue. Only one shot from them. There's an open net, and that's all they need. Andy puts this within 1 for Charlotte Phoenix.
What an extension from Delta. Once that ball hangs, he immediately takes out Squishy. Andy wins the 50. And that's how you're going to beat NRG on the line, but you have to consistently do that, and that physicality has to start ramping up just a little. 54 seconds to go. Still entirely doable for Charlotte Phoenix, but NRG looking to hold on to the possession on the kickoff.
Yeah, they may not have had that many shots on, but the ones that they have gotten have been very dangerous. Garrett with a touch out. Want to keep this downfield for the remainder of the game. Let's see if NRG can do it. Delta. Oh, that's a strong clear. Forcing Justin to go up. It's to Squishy. Squishy clear out. Delta with the cutoff. Andy trying to get a beat on Justin. But this one will bounce off the midfield. Here's Delta. Solid touch. Andy pre-jumped. Actually bumped Squishy a little bit. Beast the Bonium trying to get around it. Can't find the top corner. Justin with the clear. Andy cut back to midfield, but it threw off Delta. Rotation a little wacky for Charlotte, but they have possession. 10 seconds left. Justin with a solid touch out. Beast the Bonium plays it high. Squishy, a whiff and down in front. Off the corner. Delta looking for the final shot. Can't get it. Ball will be grounded, and NRG takes game one.
Still a little bit scary at the end, and if you're Charlotte Phoenix, you're feeling pretty good going into game two because you started to pick up the momentum, grabbing those corner boost starving NRG, and started to meet that ball a little bit quicker on your transitions, connecting on the passes, ramping up the speed and the velocity of each hit, and this is going to be a very interesting game two. If NRG go up too low, this series might be done, but if Charlotte can respond, they can maintain pressure and lock down that resonance at midfield. This is going to be a very, very dicey game two for NRG. They have to maintain that confidence and overwhelming pressure on the opposite side of the field.
You know, it does look like they can get that pressure, right? We've seen them spend half the game on Charlotte's, and it just goes down to just doing it over the course of the full 5 minutes. That's really the big key factor here. You saw Charlotte start to break out. They definitely got confidence on the offensive end, and this is a team NRG shouldn't take lightly. As you can see, they made that one a one-goal game and almost ended up even tying it. So we get into game two. It's completely up to Charlotte's Phoenix to see if they can make the adjustments. We got the kickoff.
I'm excited, Dazrin. It's gonna be an interesting game too. I want to know again, how does Charlotte Phoenix elect to come off the kickoff? A lot of the times, the first minute or so will set the tempo of a game. I need to see them continue that same pressure and confidence on the challenges, being able to find one another on the opposite end of the field. Andy trying to clear the ball out, but Squishy again will try to set the tone early into the corner.
Beast of Bonium. Both him, Delta, and Andy, they've been a team for a very long time. Local was together before this season had started, and we've seen them have results against top teams before. And they want to get back to that result. Andy almost able to get that one past, but Garrett able to make a solid save. This one to Justin. No flip reset there, so he plays it low. Garrett just waiting, taking his time eventually. But he won't be able to play that around. So the slow play from NRG, they're just going to have to give up possession. Meanwhile, counterattack downfield. Andy redirect, but not on the top corner. Delta gets beat by Garrett. Follow up, and that's in the net. Garrett G, oh my goodness.
Yeah, you can't commit everyone up if you're not able to win a simple 50. Garrett right over Delta, and the recovery on that play is just veteran type things. Moving differently today, Garrett G able to find the first goal, and that is how they will kill you. If you can't take the ball away, you can't keep it stalled out at midfield, you better have someone back.
That's such a great recovery, right? You make a 50, your car gets launched into the air, you still have a good read on the ball, still keep boosting. Meanwhile, Beast the Bonium, he almost got a flip reset to the top corner. He's looking to shut down that momentum really, really fast. And there's Delta going for some bumps. Andy with a carry, but it won't fall. They keep looking for that top right corner. It's not working out for him. The ball just will not fall in that territory.
And that's one where Beast of Bonium just needs to jump the read. Everyone was clustering up for NRG. The defense wasn't getting the ball out. Beast of Bonium needs to have that decisiveness and just go for the hit. Delta with a little flip, but gives it back to Garrett G, and NRG will maintain possession before Justin extends. Justin in the 1v2 towards the net. Andy coming in for the challenge, and Andy will be successful in that attempt before Squishy reels the ball in off the sidewall. Flipping it down, can't bump, but Garrett G is there and keeps it up. Andy will take it out, and Beast of Bonium will intercept that pass, trying to bring it down the field over one, and Beast of Bonium able to tie it up.
The second touch, I knew he had it, but the speed right here, you see Justin kind of go up. Justin is in an awkward spot, but Beast of Bonium, the follow through there to tie up the game for Charlotte Phoenix, that's exactly what they're looking for.
Small plays like that, being able to stretch out the rotational defense and connect with one another. We haven't seen a lot of infield passes from Charlotte Phoenix, but the ones we have had certainly worked out. Now it comes down to, again, who's going to run point, who's going to be called up for that second man. Andy looks like he's going to answer the call for the moment. Keeps the ball up, but a little bit too hard on the hit, and the pinch just careens it to the opposite side. Squishy on the ground, but Andy with a great challenge as well, keeping that ball out of NRG's hands, and Delta will take it out.
Oh, there's the play. Andy just barely misses connection. Justin, oh, he's using all the boost there for that small touch. He's got to go back. And he'll actually get the ball for free once again. What's he going to do with it as Delta creeps up? Good challenge there. I almost called Garrett Gary. He can't get a read on that.
Take a moment to yourself.
I need a second.
Garrett G, opposite side, puts that one towards the net. But for the moment, Charlotte Phoenix, again, still holding on to a tie game. 2 minutes to go now. 180 seconds on the clock. What do you do with it? Delta off the ceiling. Andy flying in. Ball would have gone right of the post. Justin cherry picking downfield. Goes for the fake. Almost works out. And Charlotte Phoenix now have to recover. Here comes the transition. It's Delta on the ground. Delta with a swing around towards the top corner. But a great save from Squishy. Keeps this game tied.
Beastabonium still looking for a press. Garrett G able to make the stop there. Squishy now.
Oh, God.
That's an open net. And that's the lead for NRG. Just seemed like Charlotte hit the full house and no one was home when NRG came knocking.
Not that Beastabonium would have done much, but I think he either locked or half ruled one with someone, so he's out of the play, and then no one was there to rotate back. So again, those opportunities, you look back to the first goal with Garrett G, what he was able to accomplish on the recovery, those are those long distance goals and those mistakes on defense you can't give up against NRG. You've been doing such a great job, and Andy takes it off the ceiling on the kickoff and says, tied game, I'm coming for you.
Beautiful work. One to get the mid boost. Look at that. He drops straight down. He saves his dodge. He baits NRG to thinking he's doing a flip reset, dodges straight down into the ground, and then gets the pop up right over the defense. Beautiful solo play from Andy. Charlotte are here to play. 1:22 left in game 2. But this is looking like anybody's ball game.
Every time the ball moves to the corner, I get scared, and there's the cross. Almost. Gets it to the upper 90. Garrett G centering, but Justin grabbing that corner boost at midfield. Garrett flipping it up to Squishy. Squishy has the right idea. Squishy has the right mechanics, but Andy has the better save. And Garrett back in on the play will center it high in the box. Justin strike down, a little bit off target, but NRG putting a lot of numbers onto this offensive hit. Finally, it looks like Charlotte Phoenix might be able to get the ball away.
Ball straight down. Delta picks it up. Beastabonium almost got a demo on Garrett. Delta over one. Ooh. Soft touch. Garrett's going to slam that downfield. Good read from Beastabonium. Straight to Delta once again. They get to play it off the back wall. It's a slow game in the final 30. But it really does come down to who gets that right drive. This may be what they need for Charlotte. Off the back wall. Justin. Beastabonium 50-50. Once again, he plays it into the corner. Has Andy. Andy shot Garrett. Gets a read on it. Charlotte. Oh my goodness. The pitch straight to Squishy. Now he's going to try to carry it. Possession change, back and forth. Final 10 seconds of game 2. Garrett G, not to win. Blocked out. Beastabonium plays it to the side. Left, right, and center is the ball, but it will fall. And we have overtime in game 2.
That pinch either works or it doesn't. And by doesn't, you get scored on. We go to OT. And NRG certainly have more than enough time to be able to take this game, but for Charlotte, you have to maintain long possessions. The pass to Justin, he misses the connection, and Squishy crosses it right over the net. But here comes Garrett G in the back line, able to flip it up. Beastabonium reeling the ball in. Who's going to give away possession first? Charlotte Phoenix able to take it out, and a good clear for Charlotte.
Now Justin popping that into space. This is just to buy NRG some time. That's a good clear, though, from Andy to Beast. Ends up testing that back wall, look for a demo, but Garrett remained patient in net. NRG on the counter. First, they got to get this one out. It's a double demo. So a slight 2v2, but Garrett completely bumped out the way. Beastabonium in the air. So is Justin. He's playing it low. Good read from Justin. Garrett will pick it up. As NRG try to move downfield, Charlotte has been there to contest in the midfield. But again, overtime rages on. 1 minute's gone by.
Keep an eye on that rotation for the third man for Charlotte Phoenix. I'm worried about them overextending as a team. And Justin's just going to do Justin things. He's going to keep the ball alive, but that's when you start getting a little bit greedy and saying, we're going to go all the way through as a unit. Andy is there. Beastabonium rotating back, but the midfield boost is grabbed by NRG. NRG trying to keep the play up. Delta with a great center. Is anyone there for Charlotte? Beastabonium late on the rotation, but still center for Delta, and the challenge almost go his way. Garrett with the redirect, and Garrett able to find the back of the net in OT.
Garrett moves downfield, has no boost, then picks up the 100 and just lobs that one right past Andy. He had no idea it was coming. And from that play, NRG put the series on match point.
That is so hard to watch if you're a Charlotte fan, because you did everything right in that OT. You did absolutely every single thing right on transition. You just got beat by a better player. And sometimes that is esports. That is literally it. You just got beat by someone who was better on the read, and Garrett G is not going to miss an opportunity to put that one towards the net. There's nothing you could have done. NRG now up 2-0 in the series, but what a game 2 from Charlotte. This one is not down and out by any stretch, but it just, that is one that just bites you in the back.
One takeaway here is that Beastabonium went for maybe, 3 or 4 different demo plays over the course of the last few minutes and into overtime, but he never actually got the bumper demo. He always was so close, but just missed. I think really what makes Rocket League really exciting is if he hits one of those, we have a completely different result here.
Yep.
Charlotte are that close into playing right now against NRG. And I mean, we go into game 3. This one, it really comes down to, okay, backs against the wall. You're going up against one of the greats in NA. What do you do when you're in this corner? So we'll see what Charlotte have as we get kickoff going.
And the nice thing, well, I say nice, but currently you're down 2-0. The nice thing that most teams have against upper level, top 2, top 3 pro teams is there's a lot of VOD on them. There is so much that you understand about how they play, or you should understand. And for Charlotte, maybe you come into this series and you can't do stuff like that. You can't double commit and not even touch the ball. That might be the backbreaker of this game 3.
Okay, all right. Not the best start there for Charlotte. I'm trying to. I couldn't get the camera angle. I just know they both bumped into each other, and then Gary had an open net. So I think that one was confusing for everyone. I almost kind of wish they could redo the kickoff, but they can't. It's live. So that was gonna go into the corner. Charlotte will try to see if they can get things back under control. They are moving the ball downfield pretty fast here. And they're gonna really want that back.
I mean, with what their situation is now, oh god, Garrett's just styling now. You just, if you're NRG, you just play for ball control and you just kill the time. I mean, yes, you got 4 minutes, but for Charlotte, you need a complete recovery act on defense. You need to move out, start gaining possession time, and keeping the ball out of NRG's hands. Andy thinking about that exact type of scenario. And Delta's going to rotate in on the play to Beastabonium, cut off by Justin. And maybe now you start thinking about keeping the ball on the ground, because every time you've gone for that pass at midfield, Justin has taken it away, or Garrett G has met it in the air.
Love that clear from Delta, but Justin able to get on top of it, gets a flip reset. It doesn't really do anything. Delta just waits for him to finish and then gets a clear downfield. Beastabonium was playing mid, and Andy almost got dusted by Garrett. That was a close chance. Squishy and Andy battle for the boost. And Squishy jumps off to pinch in middle, but Delta's there. Shot blocked from Justin before it could even get in front of the goal line.
Great shot from Andy. At least lets the ball kind of jet its way towards the middle of the field. Numbers are here for Charlotte. Andy crosses in, but I think he got bumped off on the rotation. So still, you have a chance. Delta, all you on real estate.
Reset. Squishy able to get that block out. Now Garrett will move downfield, but I like this consistent offensive pressure we're seeing from Charlotte. It does show a good sign here. Remember, they are only down by 1. And really, NRG didn't have to work for that first one. Ever since then, it's been kind of all Charlotte just trying to control the reins of this game. They got to make sure it doesn't get away from them, as Garrett was trying to get a 2-goal lead that would have almost been decisive. Andy, high ball, Beast, follow up, that's in, tied up game.
It was only a matter of time. You could tell they were just kind of setting up the pretenses of this specific goal. Andy, a little bit high, but it was perfect for Beastabonium, who rotates in right behind single file. Tied up 1-1. Charlotte Phoenix recover on the mistake earlier in the first 15 seconds of this game. And now we have a real game 3.
All right, will we see a game 4? I don't know. Garrett in the air. Follow up. Double. Oh my God, he's one of the best. Guarantee.
Goals speak for themselves. That's one of them. It's 2-1 for NRG.
I got to put the grid bias away, man.
Hey, you got excited. I love that.
That was phenomenal. That was phenomenal. I did not think he had that read. Good work from Garrett, though. NRG up. But Charlotte still have a chance. They just got to make sure not to give NRG the ball in space. A tough question, Andy. Almost scoring that one. Justin with the save and a clear downfield. Still 2 minutes of gameplay here in game 3. And Squishy, he'll slide in a 2-goal lead for NRG.
Sometimes this is about like trying to hold back a snowball, and then sometimes about holding back an avalanche. And these are one of the days where the snowball starts in game 1, and it's just a little bit too much now. After that goal from Garrett, it seems like the mountain started to become that much more steep. Charlotte have not been able to maintain a systemic period of possession time. They are struggling on kickoffs, and NRG are in the driver's seat of taking this series 3-0.
Justin on the ball. Just blows past Beastabonium. Bumps Andy. Garrett, top corner, blocked out from Beast. Off the respawn, he has to defend a top corner shot. Very well done. Now he has to move upfield on offense. NRG looking to close this one out if they get one more goal. Garrett playing it low. Off the corners, Delta. Justin has a read on that. Squishy up so fast. But it goes off that crossbar. Now Charlotte maybe has a chance here. If Andy, he's being swarmed right now by NRG. And that clear out is going to kill so much more time as we approach the final minute of gameplay.
Since that tie, I think that was the first shot we actually saw from Charlotte. It just has been quiet. And again, what do? You're getting demoed at midfield. You're getting demoed in your own corner. You can't hold on to the ball. You're getting boost starved. They're playing faster. They're playing better. They're playing smarter. It's just one of those, you know, the cachet of NRG is going to beat you most times. This is one of them. Charlotte have put up a ridiculously good fight in this series, but as the series starts to close out, that's when the personality of teams really shines. And NRG, I'll hold on. Never mind. They're probably going to take this one 3-1 with 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, they need to play this drive into the corner. Beastabonium. Delta waiting in midfield for the ball, but it doesn't look like it's going to be there anytime soon. Andy doing it all on the solo play. It's off. Beastabonium looking for a chance there to try to throw it to Delta. It's a cross. It'll go off the corner. Back in the midfield. And you got to give props to Charlotte Phoenix. They put up a tough fight. Oh, Squishy.
Squishy, what are you doing? Justin?
He has that.
Oh my God.
NRG taking it 3.
Oh man. Well, little doggy bag goal for the road, but at the end of the day, Charlotte Phoenix, up until the very start of game 3, I mean, this series, even at 2-0 lead, it felt like Charlotte were starting to figure out some stuff. They were starting to figure out how they wanted to play through on offense. They were working through the progressions a little bit better.